Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is speaking lesson 3 of the WIDA ACCESS exam practice, and today we're going to be talking about standard number 2, language arts. You can pause the video and read this introduction to the speaking section on your own, and then restart the video when you're ready to continue. So the speaking practice in this lesson focuses on language arts. The language of language arts involves vocabulary and phrases related to writing, reading, writing, and literary analysis. And this might include describing characters, plot elements, or the setting and context of a story. It may include different essay styles or analysis of literary works. All right, so listen to learn more about what is going to happen in this lesson, and we'll complete the text with the missing words as we go along.
We're going to do a speaking exercise. Some questions might be easy for you, and others might be hard. It is important that you do the best you can. In this exercise, you will look at pictures and listen to people talking on a recording. You can follow along with the words on the screen while you listen. Listen carefully. You will hear each part only one time. The teacher will ask a student named Leela some questions too. Listen to Leela's answer. Her answers are examples. They will help you know how to answer the teacher's questions. When it's your turn to talk, you should say your answer clearly.
All right, and again, you can pause the video and read the speaking tips, and then restart the video when you're ready to continue.
This language arts class is learning about fables. You will listen and answer questions about fables.
Aesop's Fables. Aesop's fables are short stories that teach lessons. Many of these stories use animals that act like people to show good qualities, like being kind or brave. One example is The Tortoise and the Hare. In this story, a slow tortoise wins a race. Another fable is The Lion and the Mouse. In this story, a small mouse helps a strong lion. Each fable teaches us how to act or treat others.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, what do fables teach us?
All right, and one tip, it's important to remember that you can take notes based on the text that you read and listen to, and that can help you when it's your turn to speak.
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
Fables teach us how to be kind or brave. They show us good ways to act and how to treat others.
Okay, so you notice I took some notes on Leela's answer, and you can use those as examples when it's your turn to speak.
Leela talked about what fables teach us. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you what a fable is. Think about it.
All right, after the teacher asks the question, you can pause the video and think about it, form your answer. Since the record button doesn't actually function in this example, you can just speak for as long as you need to. But just remember in the actual test, there will be a time limit, but you still should try to speak for the entire time.
Now it is your turn. What is a fable?
Right here you can pause the video, form your answer, and then restart when you're ready to continue.
A fable is a story that teaches the reader a lesson. A fable usually uses animals to tell a story that teaches people about the way that they should or should not act.
Now the teacher will talk about a fable called The Crow and the Pitcher. Listen and answer the question.
The Crow and the Pitcher. One hot, dry day, a thirsty crow searched everywhere for water. After a long search, he found a pitcher with a little water at the bottom. But the pitcher was tall, and its neck was too narrow for the crow to reach the water, no matter how hard he tried. Feeling weak from thirst, he thought he might give up. Then the crow had an idea. He saw some small pebbles nearby and picked one up. He dropped it into the pitcher. Then he dropped another pebble and another. With each pebble, the water in the pitcher rose a bit higher. Finally, the water was close enough for the crow to drink, and he happily satisfied his thirst.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, why does the crow need water, and what does he find?
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
The crow is thirsty because he couldn't find water anywhere. He finds a tall pitcher with some water at the bottom.
Leela talked about why the crow needs water and what he found. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you what the crow's problem was and how he solved it. Think about it.
Now it is your turn. What is the crow's problem? How does he solve the problem?
All right, now you can pause the video and say your answer aloud, remembering to um, use complete sentences, appropriate vocabulary, and grammar. And then you can restart the video when you're ready to see the sample answer.
The crow is thirsty and needs water. The problem is that he cannot get the water that he finds because it is in a bottle, and the crow cannot reach it.
And now think about your answer and whether it met all of these checkpoints.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, what does this fable teach us about making small efforts to achieve a big goal?
So we'll listen to Leela's response.
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
This fable shows that small efforts add up to achieve a big goal. The crow dropped pebbles one by one to raise the water level. It teaches us that even small steps can help us solve problems or reach goals.
Leela talked about what the fable teaches us about making small efforts to achieve a big goal. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you how the crow's way of solving his problem shows us how to face challenges. Think about it.
Now it is your turn. How does the crow's way of solving his problem show us how to face challenges?
Right now, you can pause the video and speak your answer aloud, and then restart when you're ready to hear the sample answer.
In the story, the crow wanted water but could not reach it in the pitcher. The crow dropped small stones into the pitcher to make the water rise. This shows us that thinking carefully can help solve problems. The crow did not give up, even though it was hard. This teaches us that we need to keep trying if we want to succeed.
This language arts class is learning about stories of personal courage. You will listen and answer questions about how the character faces her fears.
Finding courage. A school play. Bethany has always been a quiet person, keeping mostly to herself. When she is picked to play the lead role in the school play, she feels very nervous. She's never been on stage before, and the idea of acting in front of everyone makes her want to hide. Bethany shares her worries with her friend, Ben. Ben says, "You'll do great. Believe in yourself and give it a try. I'll be there to cheer for you." Her friend's support makes Bethany start to believe that maybe, even though she's still nervous, she can give it a try.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, why do you think Bethany's friend tells her to try out the lead role even though she's scared?
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
I think Bethany's friend tells her to try out the lead role because he believes Bethany has talent, even if Bethany doesn't see it. Her friend wants her to be brave and try something new, so she can grow and feel proud, even if it's scary.
Leela talked about why Bethany's friend tells her to try out the lead role. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you about a time when you felt nervous about trying something new and what you did about it. Think about it.
Now it is your turn. Talk about a time when you felt nervous about trying something new. What made you nervous and what did you do about it?
All right, here you can pause the video and speak your answer aloud, and then restart the video when you're ready to hear the sample answer.
I felt nervous the first time I spoke in front of my class in English. I was afraid I might forget my words or that nobody would understand me. I practiced my speech many times to feel ready. When it was my turn, I took a big breath and spoke slowly. I felt proud after I finished.
The class continues to discuss the story.
As rehearsals for the school play went on, Bethany felt a mix of excitement and fear. Each time she practiced her lines, she worried about forgetting them in front of the audience. Ben reminded her of the hours she had spent practicing. This helped Bethany feel a bit better. Slowly, Bethany started feeling more confident. Her friendships with the other students in the play grew stronger. The group encouraged her to keep going. and their support helped her feel braver each day. On opening night, as she waited backstage for the play to start, she thought about the journey that had brought her here. Bethany was still nervous, but now she understood that facing her fears had helped her grow, and she felt ready to step into the spotlight.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leila a question.
Leila, how did Bethany's feelings change from the start of rehearsals to opening night?
Now listen to how Leila answers the question.
At first, Bethany was really nervous and scared of forgetting her lines. But as she practiced more and got support from her friends, she became more confident and ready to perform.
Leila talked about how Bethany's feelings changed from the start of rehearsals to opening night. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you how Bethany's relationship with Ben and other students helped build her courage and how these friendships supported her. Think about it.
Now it is your turn. How does Bethany's relationship with Ben and other students in the play help her build courage? How do these friendships support her?
So now you can pause the video, speak your answer aloud, and then restart when you're ready to continue.
Bethany's friends, like Ben, help her feel stronger. They believe in her and encourage her. This gives her the courage to try new things. Their support helps her feel confident and brave.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leila a question.
Leila, how do you think Bethany's experience with the play might help her face future challenges?
Now listen to how Leila answers the question.
Bethany's experience could help her realize that when she takes time to prepare and has support from friends, she can face things that seem scary. Knowing she can face her fears might make her feel stronger the next time she has a big challenge.
Leila talked about why Bethany's experience with the play might help her with future challenges. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you what advice Bethany might give to another student who feels nervous about performing. Think about it.
Now it is your turn. Imagine Bethany is giving advice to another student who feels nervous about performing. What might she say about her journey to encourage them?
And here you can pause the video, speak your answer aloud, and then restart the video when you're ready to continue.
Bethany might say, "It's okay to feel nervous. I was nervous too, but I didn't give up. Practice helped me feel ready and strong. My friends supported me, and that gave me courage. Believe in yourself, and you can do it."
Alright, and that brings us to the end of today's video. You can reflect on the questions about which questions were easiest or most difficult and why. Um, and then please leave us a comment like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.